everyone. I'm excited to welcome you to the Group B, our second group of announcements for the team rosters for the International Swimming League. It's a great pleasure to have so many folks here, and we're excited to get started. Today's announcement will be led by our general managers and athletes to announce the individuals joining the Los Angeles Current, the London Roar, the New York Breakers, and Hungary's Team Iron. Many of the world's best swimmers have joined us today, and we look forward to bringing them to your attention. I'm your host and your moderator, Kate Gardiner, founder of Grey Horse Communications and a spokesperson on behalf of the ISL. As I was just saying, please note the Q&A boxes on the screen. Anyone is welcome to submit a question there at any time during the press conference, and we'll answer them at the end. If you have any questions after that, you're welcome to direct them to any member of the Grey Horse staff via swimming, SWIMMING, at greyhorse, GREYHORSE.cc, and we'll help to direct those questions to the right person. I know that there's a few folks in attendance who we've been corresponding with all day today anyway. So those folks, obviously, we're answering as fast as we can. But to kick things off this afternoon, evening, and morning, depending where you are, I'm excited to introduce for the first time the CEO of the International Swimming League, Ali Khan, who's going to be making a brief statement on the behalf of the league. Ali?
Thank you, Kate. Welcome, everyone. I'd like to kickstart by saying that we're all looking forward to the season starting, which is less than 4 months away. Our first event will be in Indianapolis, 5th and 6th of October, for those who don't know. The ISL management team is working feverishly behind the scenes to bring our fans the best entertainment possible in the world of swimming. The plans for 2019 is to bring 224 athletes together on 40 events, over 30 Olympic champions, and over 125 world champions will be participating in this exciting schedule for this year. I think it's important to mention that this is all about the athletes. They're not just talented, but they're extremely dedicated and skilled. And they certainly deserve a global platform more than just once every 4 years. And so do the fans of swimming. We're changing the sport for the better and bringing swimmers and fans together and presenting more opportunities than ever before. Thank you, Kate.
Thank you, Ali. We have a few folks that are just jumping back on the call. And as a reminder, just those questions at the bottom of the screen are to any of my staff, and they will get to you as soon as possible. I'm excited next to introduce you to the general manager of the LA Current, Lenny Kraselberg, who's just jumped in under the gun. Lenny, it's your turn.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm really excited to be here, really excited to be part of this announcement, and being a general manager of LA Current. For me, this is definitely a dream come true. Being a great sports fan and following a lot of different sports, now being part of this an opportunity to be part of this incredible league and being a general manager that has a chance to build something from scratch is very unique for me. I've always thrived under pressure and had a great opportunity to build different businesses post my professional career. So doing it in our sport, it's a tremendous opportunity and an honor. And I'm really excited for ISL. I'm really excited for LA Current and the team that we have put together. And I'm looking forward to this season. I'm pleased to introduce 2 athletes from our LA Current club, Kathleen Baker and Ryan Murphy.
Awesome. Kathleen?
Yeah, so I'm super excited to represent the LA Current with Lenny and all of my teammates. It's been such an amazing process to go through this, and being able to be in Southern California and be training in San Diego and then being still a part of the community is so cool. And swimming is such a big deal in California. There's a pool pretty much around every corner, so it'll be really exciting to try to bring the community out to support us and have a different vibe in swimming where it's really team related, something that you don't always get in swimming because it's so focused individually. So I'm looking forward to a really great season with ISL and can't wait to see what our team does and the whole thing.
Sweet. So it's my turn now.
Your turn, Ryan.
Yeah. I just want to echo what Kathleen said. I'm so excited for ISL to get up and running. It's been cool to be kind of involved behind the scenes. I remember the first time meeting Constantine and Ali last August, and as they kind of pitched this idea to me, their question was, so do you think that athletes are going to want to do this? And my reaction right away was yes. A lot of athletes have kind of been clamoring to try to organize swimming, to try to elevate the profile of swimming. And I think ISL is giving us the best opportunity to do that. So I'm really excited to see where this is going to head, both from the perspective of raising the profile of the sport and allowing us to make a career out of swimming. And specifically, I'm really excited to be on Lenny's team. I think we've put together an incredible roster and can't wait to go for the championship.
Right on. Lenny, it's time to read that roster.
So joining Kathleen and Ryan, here's the rest of LA Current roster. Amy Bilquist, Michael Chadwick, Dylan Carter, Jennifer Conciaco, Jack Conger, Ella Easton, Beryl Gastaldeo, Margot Gear, Matt Grievers, Ryan Held, Chase Kalish, Annie Lazor, Will Licon, Felipe Lima, Katie McLaughlin, Andy Mures, Farida Osman, Blake Peroni, Josh Pernot, Andrew Seliskar, Tom Shields, Leah Smith, Kendall Stewart, and Ali Tetzloff. And we're very excited about our roster, the team we put together, and we're ready to race and win the league this year.
Awesome to hear, Lenny. The next step is going to be getting everybody in the pool, and we'll see you in October. Up next today, it is time to introduce you to Rob Woodhouse, who's the general manager of the London Roar. Rob, it's your turn to talk shop.
Thank you very much. It's good to be here, and it's quite exciting hearing Lenny read his team. That's a pretty awesome team, and there's been lots of speculation about who might be in that, well, in all the teams really. So it's fantastic to hear those great names, and we're really looking forward to competing against these teams. I swam many years ago. I'll be very brief. I swam at the Olympics back in the 1980s and been involved with swimming ever since, and seeing the sport develop over the years and the decades has been fantastic, but this is a really fantastic step forward with the International Swimming League, and I know all the swimmers and coaches and whole swimming community is very, very excited about it. It's great also to have with us two of the London Roar team, Sydney Pickram and Vini Lanza. They were both very important selections for us because we felt we had a bit of a weakness in terms of team swimming, something that's very unique mostly to American college swimming and so forth. And both Vini and Sydney have been very, very successful at NC2A level. Vini is from Brazil, but he won his first NC2A individual title this year, winning the 100 fly. He's swimming at the World Championships next month as well. Sydney, very, very experienced Canadian swimmer, Olympic finalist from Rio, a bronze medalist at the World Championships, and she's been on the podium at NC2As, I think 5 or 6 or 7 times, I think. So we might hand over to firstly Sydney and then to Vini to say a few words.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I think it was the day after NCAAs, and I kind of got the call and told what this really is all about. And I was definitely nervous leaving NCAA and having that team atmosphere, but the ISL has just created an atmosphere that we can kind of come together as a team no matter what country we swim for. it's really a cool opportunity to race with people that aren't necessarily Canadian, and just kind of all of us get together at, whether it's meets prior to this, we're already getting close as a team. And it's a really exciting atmosphere that the ISL gave us to create, and it just is a good way to keep us going towards professional swimming. And I'm really excited for how unique it is, and it's going to be so much fun this fall.
Oh yeah, me too. I'm really, really excited to be joining the ISL. As a new grad and now professional athlete, the timing really couldn't be better for me. And I'm really encouraged by everyone, my fellow partners in the London Roar, and to my competitors to train really hard and to compete at the highest level. With only like 7 matches in the fall, there's no time to break. We all got to be ready and ready to take the challenge on. And I'm so proud and excited to be joining a roster that's filled with so many great athletes.
Well, Rob, it's time to read that roster.
Sure, thank you, Kate. Now, so the athletes on our roster, and there's still a couple of selections to go, but we'll read it out in alphabetical order. Minna Atherton, Holly Barrett, Maria Belmonte, Peter Burneck, Bronte Campbell, Kate Campbell, Kyle Chalmers, Christian Diener, Alex Graham, Guido Gilherm, James Guy, Jessica Hansen, Holly Hibbert, Boglaka Kappas, Yuri Kissel, Finley Knox, Vini Lanza, Cam McAvoy, Emma McKeon, Taylor McEwen, Siobhan Marie O'Connor, Jeanette Otterson, Adam Peaty, Sydney Pickram, Kirill Pregoda, Duncan Scott, Sarah Vasey, Marie Wattle, Matt Wilson, Elijah Winnington. So there's 30 of our roster from over 10 different countries, and quite a few of them got together in Barcelona on the weekend competing at the Mare Nostrum Tour. And I know Vinny was there, and they all enjoyed meeting each other, all very excited to race together as a team, and it's going to be some great competition.
We're excited. I've heard some amazing things coming out of those competitions. Thank you, Rob, for sharing, and we look forward to seeing how you guys do in October. Up next, it's my home team, the New York Breakers. Hey, Tina, you want to introduce your team?
Yes, hi, I'm Tina Andrew. I'm the general manager for New York Breakers, and I am so excited today to introduce to you an incredibly diverse, super global team, just like New York, like we're representing the city. And right away, I'm going to hand over to Michael Andrew and to Lia Neal. Actually, Lia will go first, and Michael, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Lia Neal. I just want to say I'm so excited for this opportunity and to be a part of like the fruition and the beginnings of this ISL league. I just think that like there's a lot of promising things to look forward to in the future, but also so many steps are already being taken right now. So I think everything that we do now is just in preparation for the future of the sport, for the future of swimming, and making it more of a professional sport that can be mentioned alongside with like the NFL or NBA, and hopefully get to that caliber, because swimmers put a lot of work into what they do, and it's about time that they do get the payoff for it. So I'm really excited that I get to continue with the team aspect of the sport, just like Sydney said, just because college swimming was probably my favorite phase of swimming in my entire career, just because like you're not doing it alone, and swimming is such an individual sport, and to continue to do it like into a professional career is really hard to do alone. So I think this is an amazing opportunity, and it'll make the sport and doing a sport so much more fun while creating an even more competitive atmosphere. And I'm really excited to be swimming alongside some foreign teammates as well, and being on relays with them.
Awesome, Leah. Hello, everybody. My name is Michael Andrew, and I am co-captain and swimmer for the New York Breakers. This is an incredibly exciting time for swimming, not only because it's going to give us the exposure that as swimmers we've never really experienced, but it's going to be bringing in an audience that never really knew how exciting swimming could be. I think the ISL changes the mold, or they take an old mold and they make it better by being extremely bold with competitions and making a show out of it. And to be a part of it, I'm extremely blessed. To be a part of it with my family, with my mom and my dad, is a very exciting venture. And I'm excited that the whole ISL is making the world a smaller community of elite swimmers where we can celebrate the sport and ultimately swim faster. I've been known for doing things very differently. I started swimming professionally as a 14-year-old, and I think being able to deal with the pressure and the stress that came with that, ISL is doing much the same, going a very untraditional path, and I'm just super stoked to see where it all goes, because I know it's going to be massive.
Done. Tina, it's time.
You guys ready to hear? You guys ready to hear the team to beat? Okay, Michael Andrew from the US, Haley Black, Canada, Marcella Ciagrini, Brazil, Mac Dara from Canada, João DeLuca from Brazil, Ali DeLuth from the USA, Katie DeLuth, and Gabby DeLuth. We've got a family thing going here, guys. Emily Escobedo from USA, Riva Fuss from Germany, Jonathan Gomez from Colombia, Laura Grandjean from France, Marco Koch, Germany, Marius Kusch, Germany, Bria Larson, the US, Clyde Lewis, Australia, Justin Lynch, Australia, Jack McLaughlin, Australia, Lia Neal, USA, Emily Overholt, Canada, Jacob Pebley, USA, Chris Reed, South Africa, Pedro Spajari, Brazil, Brad Tandy, South Africa, Alice Thomas, the UK, Marcus Thormeyer, Canada, and then Maddie Wilson from Australia. And you guys, we've got a bunch of dark horses and a bunch of sleeping giants, and come the fall, we are going to be a dramatic story. We're going to be ISL's dramatic story. We're going to be beating everybody. Mark my words.
Sorry, guys. Last but not least, we have Team Iron featuring Dorina Szekeres with who's the general manager. Dorina.
Hi everyone. I'm a little scared coming after Tina. I'm Dorina Szekeres, general manager of Team Iron. First of all, thank you to Grey Horse and ISF for organizing this press conference. It's great to be here with you guys. I've been connected to swimming for my whole life, basically, so I'm very excited and honored to be part of this new amazing movement in professional swimming that is ISL. With that, I'd like to welcome 3 of our swimmers here with me. First off, we have Ali Atkinson, who I don't think had the video, but we can hear her.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Well, I'm sorry about the video, guys, but I am here. Just to start off, I'm really excited for this fall. Being from Jamaica, we don't really see that many Caribbean athletes come out, maybe individually, but never usually as a team. So this is the first time I'll actually have a team, much less a relay. I'm super excited to be part of a relay. So besides that, just the fact that I'm 30 now and continuing in the sport is something that I didn't think could happen after the age of probably 26. So having a lot more athletes continue on and having the finances to back it up with the World Cups and the ISL and just having more and more experiences for them is something that I think will help the sport to continue on, to have the Nicolas Santoses, the everybody continuing on to their late 30s. And that's what the sport needs, to have those idols and see them continue on. So I'm really excited for the fall to see what happens, but I hear everybody talking about their team, so I know Team Iron is the one to beat, but I'll just leave that there.
Right. Awesome. And next up we have Peter Stevens. Would you like to join? Go for it.
Well, I'm Peter Stevens, and I'll also be joining Team Iron with Alia. I'm just like honored to be a part of such a great start of a new swimming path. It's just exciting that pretty much the competition is also in 25 meters. So we're definitely going to see a lot of fast swimming. It's going to be crazy. It's also exciting. Like I graduated last year in the States as well. And I really thought I'll never be able to be a part of a team anymore and give my best for something greater than just me. So just knowing that, well, the atmosphere of a team last year was just awesome, and I can't forget that. And it's just awesome that the ISL will bring that back to my life and then every swimmer's life as well. To be on the roster pretty much with so many great swimmers just makes me so excited to travel as well and compete for Team Iron, obviously. This is just an awesome start for the future of swimming, and I just can't wait for October. It's gonna be awesome.
Amazing. All right, Dorina, it's time to read that roster.
We have one more person next to me, Katinka Hosu. I think.
Oh, excuse me, Katinka, you're not on my run. Katinka, would you like to say your?
That's all right.
Apologies.
No, don't worry. Hi guys, I must join everyone here and just say that I am very excited to be here and be a part of this huge movement, because I must say it is, and I know that we are going to change a lot of things in the sports of swimming. For me, obviously, it's more like a double excitement, because I'm an owner of Team Iron and a swimmer in Team Iron, so I see both sides and how everything unfolds. And as many of the swimmers already said, that they have experienced the college swimming in the US, which is obviously as a having a team and having that atmosphere, and I have experienced that. But I'm also from Hungary, where swimming has a huge tradition. We held the World Champs in 2017 here, and we have an amazing facility in Budapest, Duna Arena. I think many of you guys know that pool well now. So I'm obviously very excited to have a team here and holding competition here as well, and just showing Hungary how it is like to have a team and swimming being as a team sport and having a professional league around it. And well, obviously we are made out of iron, so watch out.
Right on. Thank you, Katinka. Dorina, now would you like to read the roster? Yes, I would like to. So our roster is not complete yet, but I'll tell you who we have currently. So on the women's side, we have Aina Késely, Alia Atkinson, Fanny Lecroix, Jana Laukanen, Jessica Wall, as a team captain, Katinka Hosu, Kim Bosch, Kimberly Bice, Kira Tucson, Mary Groves, Mia Nielsen, Janomi Kromovic-Jojo, Veronika Andrushenko, and Zsuzsanna Jakabos. On the men's side, we have David Verasto, Dominic Kozma, Henrik Christiansen, Jeremy Deplanche, Christoph Milak, Peter John Stevens, Peter Timmers, Richard Bohusch, Robert Glinta, Russ Murdoch, Sebastian Sabo, and Vladimir Morozov. So this is the team we're talking about. and we can't wait to start the competition in Dallas, but also to host all of you guys in Budapest end of October.
We're excited to see you there, Dorina. Thank you everyone for joining us. That was the roster for all 4 of these teams. If you didn't get the rosters for the first 4 teams, please let us know and we'll be happy to send those over. In addition, anyone who's joined us for this press conference will get a press release sent to them that does have all the spellings. So if you have questions about that, please feel free to jump in and ask, and we'll make sure that that happens. To start off our conversation this afternoon and the questions and answers, I wanted to take a question from Reed Carlson, who's asked Ali Khan, what's the significance of giving the American teams geographic designations when most of them won't be competing in those locations in 2019? Ali?
Kate, you slightly broke up there. I heard the first part of your question.
No worries.
Yeah.
This is from Reed Carlson. What's the significance of giving the American teams geographic designations when most of them will not be competing in those locations in 2019?
Well, I think one of the things which is very important to highlight here is that, of course, we've got multiple nationalities involved here from around the world, but ultimately, this is a club competition. And it's about clubs competing and in a way emulating team events with the uses of clubs like we've seen in other successful sports. And given the breadth and depth of US swimming, it's only logical that we have US clubs competing. But this is about club competition and teams rather than nationalities.
Right on. Hang on 1 second, I'm seeing someone. All right, the next question is from a sports publication. For, let's say, I don't know, Ryan Murphy. Will you adjust your training to fit this competition format? Is there going to be a change in the way that you practice?
Yeah, I mean, I think a little bit. I mean, the way we go throughout our week, we kind of have 4 really quality practices per week. And those are spread out over the 6 days that we train. So I think the way that we're going to approach this is we're going to take that Friday afternoon and Saturday afternoon, or Saturday afternoon and Sunday, depending on the meet, and just make those 2 of our quality practices. And so then we'll spread out the other 2 throughout the week. But my coach has been super supportive of this from the very beginning. He views this as the future of the sport. And so he's willing to work with us to make sure that we're getting the training we need so that we could be good at a meet like the Olympics.
Okay, thank you, Ryan. I'm gonna throw this also to, how about Kathleen? How are you going to change your training, if you're going to at all?
I think one of the advantages a lot of the U.S. swimmers have is that we're really used to sort of this dual meet style of swimming, where it's not the biggest focus of the year when we first start these meets in October, but you want to be able to perform even in hard training. And I think long term that makes you better for the Olympics and things like that. Talking to my coach, who I'm lucky to have on staff with me for the LA Current, we're really just going to train as hard as we can through the fall, but still having, like Ryan said, like using those swim meets as sort of quality practices and sort of picking up where on the details of turns and things like that, where you don't focus on that as much when you're in long course. So I think it's really exciting. And I think it's going to be really fast swimming because it's a year before the Olympics. So everyone's really tuned in and ready to race.
Thanks, Kathleen. And this question's coming in for the GMs. Dorina, do you want to talk about how you chose your athletes?
So it's actually a pretty complicated process because there's a lot of factors that you have to focus on. The competition in short course, so that's a big factor. And we also wanted to focus on swimmers that had the experience of swimming for a team, and those who had the experience of competing more than once a year, you know, to have the experience of getting up and swimming time after time and like more times per session. And also we try to get as many Hungarians as possible and focus on the European market, but we also had some Lia, for example, that we're really grateful to have on the team.
Right on. Question for Lia, actually. How do you feel about the team format and the point system? Have you thought about that at all?
What was the first part of it? The team format?
The team format and the point system.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, I think the point system is cool. Just brings back the dual meet format of it, and as us Americans, we're lucky to have gone through the college swim system before and have gotten used to that. And I think that way it really like picks things up and really brings in the entertaining like aspect of swimming, because I know like we've all been there. Like swim meets can like be, can kind of draw on for quite a while, especially for the spectators. If it's just waiting for like the few couple or the few really exciting events to come around, or just like a finals. So I think it's really cool that we're doing timed final sessions, because it really forces the swimmers just to get up and going, and you only have like one shot like at each meet to really give it your all. And yeah, before you even know it, the meet's over. And I think that's what brings people back and keeps the people wanting more, people meaning like spectators and also the swimmers.
Right on. Thank you, Leah. Question from Michael Andrew. What's it like knowing that you'll be part of a super team with relay members from all over the world?
Yeah, thanks for the question. Thank you, Andy. For me, I very rarely get to swim relays. The only opportunities I ever have are World Championships and I guess the Olympics in the future. But it's pretty cool knowing that I'm going to be able to race relays, and to race relays with athletes that are not from my country is pretty cool and very rare opportunity. So, I mean, just very stoked for it. Yeah, it's pretty simple. Apart from being able to race relays more often and learn how to, you know, get their starts down and the different dynamics that come with relays, being able to race for a team and in that type of setting, I've always loved the opportunity, but now I get to do it a little more often.
Amazing. Ali, we've got a question about athlete payments. Do you want to talk about how that's going to work? Hang on. Go ahead.
Okay, Kate?
You got it. Go, Ali.
In terms of what exactly, there will be, there's a number of payment mechanisms. There's appearance money that all athletes will receive. There will be prize money that the teams will be competing for, and there's a revenue sharing agreement with the league itself. So it's quite a unique set of commercial terms that the swimmers have never experienced before. And I think apart from the competitive spirit that is clearly evident today amongst the teams, there is certainly a commercial price to be had for all the swimmers competing in a way they've never achieved before or had access to before.
And Ali, one of the things that is unique to ISL, I think, is sort of gender parity. Can you just kind of confirm and talk about how men and women are going to be paid going forward?
Well, the bottom line is there's no difference. It's about performance. There is no gender, there's no relevance to gender here. There's no discount or premium. And that's very important. And in terms of the team breakdowns themselves, again, the squads consist of 24 for those who are dialing in for the first time, and those are 12 male, 12 female. So there's no difference here, no matter how one looks at it, which is very, very important.
And Ali, since you're here, you have one final question, which is, what's the path to profit for the ISL, and what's the strategy? I don't know how much you want to answer of that today. But
yeah, I think we should focus on the teams and the athletes, which are the stars here. But of course, a valid question. Like any professional global team event, sports event, broadcasting and sponsorship are key metrics for this. And that's something the management team is very focused on, and we will be making announcements on both those fronts in due course.
Right on. That's all the questions I've had typed into us so far, and I know that there's probably a few that we will get via email or after the press conference. If anyone has any other questions, speak now. And then I do know that all of the athletes who are participating on these teams, as well as last week's announcement, will be posting on their social media across the board. So you should be seeing exciting and creative posts from Peter Stevens all the way through Ryan, if they haven't announced already. And they will also be encouraging their teammates and their competitors to engage, shall we say, on Instagram. So we'll see you there. We'll see you online, and feel free to reach out if you have any questions. But thank you so much for everyone for coming. I've seen sign-ins from all over the world this afternoon, and I look forward to seeing both the pieces that come from this and to continuing the conversation. Thanks so much. Speak with you all soon. Thank you. Goodbye.